All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first inaugural mock draft here on the Steelers Draft Show. I, of course, am your host, Missy Matthews. Pleased to be joined by Matt Williamson, Dale Lolley, and Mike Prisuta. We are going through the first round. Matt, you are first with the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Jacksonville is taking...
Yeah, I'm not going to waste anyone's time. Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, Clemson, done. Boom, move on.
All right, with the second pick of the 2021 draft, the New York Jets are taking Dale.
They're going to take Zach Wilson, quarterback out of BYU. I would take Justin Fields, who I have ranked as my second quarterback, but they're taking Wilson.
All right, with the third pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers, Mike.
For our purposes, it's Trey Lance. They may or may not take Mac Jones, but if I'm them, I'm taking the developmental quarterback, going with Jimmy G one more year, and then waiting on that upside.
All right, moving right along with the fourth pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons are taking Matt.
Kyle Pitts is really alluring here, but I want to keep this as on schedule as possible. I think a quarterback goes, whether it's Atlanta or not. So I'm going to take Justin Fields, who's also my second-ranked quarterback.
All right, the fifth pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, Cincinnati Bengals, Dale.
Bengals are going to fix that offensive line and are taking Penei Sewell, offensive tackle out of Oregon.
All right, sixth pick, Miami Dolphins, Mike.
The way this is working out, it leads me to the guy I have on my mock for Miami. As much as I want an Alabama receiver to hook up with Tua, Jamar Chase is still on the board. Not anymore. Jamar Chase, wide receiver, LSU.
All right, with the seventh pick of the 2021 draft, Matt, the Detroit Lions will take.
They're a tough one because they really could use everything. They have Hawkinson at tight end, but Pitts is just a special player. They need any pass catcher they can get. Kyle Pitts can't fall past this spot.
Okay, with the eighth pick, the Carolina Panthers, Dale, who do you have them taking?
Wow, that's throws my draft into a tizzy here, but I'm going to take Rashawn Slater. I'm going to take Rashawn Slater, the offensive tackle out of Northwestern. Mac Jones is still there, but I'm going to go with the offensive tackle.
All right, with the ninth pick, the Denver Broncos, Mike.
I don't want to confuse myself here. I've got Justin Fields on my mock, but he's not there anymore. So instead, why not go wide receiver and give Drew Lock yet another weapon? Let's go with Jalen Waddle because I think he's, quite frankly, too good to still be on the board.
All right, we are at the 10th pick of the 2021 draft, the Dallas Cowboys, Matt.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Patrick Surtain, cornerback out of Alabama. Really NFL ready. They need defensive help in a big way. I think he's probably the best defensive player in this draft.
All right, Dale, with the 11th pick, the New York Giants are taking.
Well, Devontae Smith is tempting here, but I'm going to go instead with J.C. Horn, a cornerback out of South Carolina. I think that the Giants could definitely use another corner.
All right, the Philadelphia Eagles with the 12th pick, Mike.
Dale, if you're going to take Horn right out from under me, akin to stealing my Pat's cheesesteak, I'll take Devonta Smith. Fly, Eagles, fly.
All right, with the 13th pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, Matt, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Christian Darrisaw. They signed Matt Filer to be one tackle. Darrisaw will be the other. And they can move those guys around, really rebuild that offensive line.
Okay, Dale, at 14, we have the Minnesota Vikings. Who do you have them picking?
I got the Vikings taking Elijah Vera Tucker, the offensive lineman out of USC. Could be a guard, could be a tackle. Doesn't matter. The Vikings need both, and so I think they take Vera Tucker.
All right, Mike, with the 15th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, will it be Bill Belichick's dog or him making the pick? I do not know. Who do you have them taking here?
I got Mac Jones from the University of Alabama going up to New England to learn how to be an NFL quarterback for a year and then play sooner rather than later and maybe be Bill Belichick's next prize QB.
Okay, Matt, you are up next. 16 is the Arizona Cardinals. Who do you have them picking?
Yeah, I'm going with Greg Newsome, cornerback out of Northwestern, outside guy. They have some slot options. They need a long guy like Newsome who tested really well at his pro day too.
All right, with the 17th pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders. Dale, this is you.
I think John Gruden would bet his house and give it up if he could get Micah Parsons, the linebacker out of Penn State, there with the 17th pick, that's my pick.
All right, Miami Dolphins will be on the clock at 18. This is for you, Mike. Who are they taking?
You know, on my mock, I've got Gregory Rousseau from Miami, but since Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is still on the board, JOK is the guy for MIA.
All right, up next is the Washington football team at 19. Matt, who do you think they'll select?
Yeah, I was going to take one of those two that just fell, but I'm going to go with Tevin Jenkins, plug him in somewhere on that offensive line, kind of complete the offensive line for the football team.
I'm hearing some boos in the crowd. All right, let's move on to 20, the Chicago Bears. Dale, this one is for you.
Yeah, that was going to be my pick. So now we're getting into that area here where we're taking each other's picks. So the Bears are going to take Rashad Bateman, the wide receiver out of Minnesota.
Okay, Mike, Indy, the Colts at 21. Who do you have them selecting?
Kadarius Toney, and give Carson Wentz yet another weapon.
All right, at 22, getting closer to the Steelers pick, the Tennessee Titans. Matt, this one is for you.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Caleb Farley. I mean, he has some back issues, so I don't really know exactly what the NFL thinks of him. But Tennessee did the same thing with Jeffrey Simmons 2 years ago, and maybe they'll wait on him like they did with Simmons. That worked out really well.
All right, up next on the clock at 23, the New York Jets. Dale, who do you have them selecting?
Oh boy, this is getting rough now here. The Jets could use just about anything here. We've seen a little bit of a run here on inside linebackers or off-ball linebackers. I'm going to take Zaven Collins for the Jets.
All right.
Linebacker out of Tulsa.
Okay, with the 24th pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Prisuta, no pressure.
You know, I had my eye on Collins, but he's not there anymore. Thank you, Dale. Let's go Najee Harris, running back, Alabama, Roll Tide.
All right, at 25, the Jacksonville Jaguars again. Matt, who do you have them taking here?
Yeah, they earned the first overall pick and have a lot of directions they can go. They also have 4 picks in the top 45. So I'm going to take what I think is the best player on the board, Jalen Phillips, an edge rusher out of Miami.
All right, at 26, the Cleveland Browns. Dale, who are they going to take in the first round?
I'm going to go with another edge rusher here. I think, this could be the way it goes. We could see those edge rushers then start to fall and get a run on them here. So I'm taking Kwity Paye, the edge rusher out of Michigan for the Browns.
All right, at 27, staying in the AFC North, the Baltimore Ravens. Mike, this one's for you.
You know, guys, there's a lot of wide receivers in this draft, but there aren't a lot of big, 6'2 plus, 200-pound plus guys. Terrace Marshall Jr., LSU.
All right, we're getting closer to the end of the first round with the 28th overall pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints. Matt.
I'm going with Elijah Moore, a third option in that passing game. Kamara, Michael Thomas, add another space player that's really dynamic to that passing game.
All right, Dale, you are back on the clock with the 29th pick for the Green Bay Packers.
29th, the Packers will take Creed Humphrey, center out of Oklahoma. They lost their center in the offseason. They need to fill that spot.
Okay, Mike, number 30. The 30th overall pick goes to the Buffalo Bills. Who do you see them taking here?
Checked off all the top corners yet? No, we have not. Asante Samuel Jr.,
There you go.
Florida State.
All right, the Chiefs traded out of the first round. Ravens are up at 31.
That second Ravens first rounder, I'm going with Liam Eichenberg out of Notre Dame. Probably plug him right in at right tackle, already an accomplished run blocker. May even move to guard at some point, but certainly would help that line after they moved on from Orlando Brown.
All right, and with the final pick in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft, Dale, no pressure, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, and they've got all 22 starters back, so there's no pressing need here, so they can take a guy and just kind of develop him. I'm taking Travis Etienne, running back out of Clemson.
All right, well, thank you to my favorite draft junkies for joining us for our first inaugural mock draft. Appreciate your time as always.